Yo, what's good? Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Me
don't. I
too.
think that if person's not willing to marry you because they may not get more, then you should be marrying somebody because you love them and you want to. Even if it ends, if this relationship ends tomorrow, I still want the best for you.
Yeah.
And if
you don't
that
know how
person
you're gonna.
doesn't think like that, then you shouldn't marry that person.
What world is this?
And you don't know how you're gonna act.
And
when
you
you're in
ain't listen. If a person that marries you or choosing to marry you, like, listen, if things end tomorrow, right? Not after they done caught you cheating. Like, you got to make them have this decision before.
A video
See?
said that's cap.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out.
Yo, hold
Right.
on. Where's my hat? Adrian, you about to say something. Hold on. She been capping the whole time, man.
Adrian gone too. Where you go?
He about to say some
Internet is like
everybody who capping the internet telling on him, boy.
Oh man.
Listen, I think I don't know if what Shaun's saying. I'm at first when he was saying, I'm like, damn, but
no, he's upside down.
Yeah, hello.
That was a sign, Adrian.
Oh, no, I don't know. I got perfect service. I don't know what's going on.
no, not when you got US Cellular, you don't.
Well, I got Verizon. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, why everybody who got good service always say they got Verizon?
Always. Yeah.
Let me
you
see the
got
back of your
Verizon,
phone.
bruh.
Let me see the back of your phone.
What you need? Funny. Nah, but I think I don't even know who said it, but she was talking about like marrying somebody because you love them. That's the reason why people get divorced all the time, because they're marrying for the wrong reasons. I don't think you should marry somebody primarily because you love them, because throughout the marriage, your feelings are going to change, right? As y'all say, people change. So you're going to be changing from 23 to 32. They're going to be changing. So once the feelings change and you go through these seasons and the periods of when the love is not there, then what keeps you together? So I think the reason why divorce is so high, people don't know what it takes to build a marriage, and it's not built on a solid foundation. That's why that 3 to 5 marriage certificate. You know what I'm saying?
So what are the right reasons though? What are the right reasons?
Love is the
to get
right
married?
reason.
Right.
Love is the right
Love
reason.
is always the right reason.
Love is the right
But it
reason.
shouldn't be the only reason, but it
Right.
absolutely is.
Right.
Is
That's
the
the
right
primary
reason.
reason.
So
It shouldn't be the
let
primary
him respond.
reason.
Let him respond.
The primary reason that you marry somebody should be because of purpose. It can't be feelings, because feelings change. And when feelings change, the only thing that will hold you together should be purpose. Because that's solid. That's something to say, well, dang, even though I'm not feeling this person, even though I don't want to be with this person, we have purpose and our purpose is aligned. And if we split, now that purpose won't be able to fulfill itself. But
Well,
feelings
purpose
change
is
all
ever
the time.
changing.
That's why people break up and that's why people get divorced.
Purpose is ever changing. If anything, it's values that you should stand on, because values are more static. So, yeah, like it just doesn't. Love should always be the foundation of any romantic relationship, and then values should be what drives the relationship forward and holds the relationship together. Like, there's no way you can, or that you should enter into a marriage and not have it based off of love.
Well, I think we had this conversation before, because in some countries people have arranged marriages, and those marriages last a very long time, and the foundation is not love.
The foundation isn't love, but also the relationship isn't sustained based off of likability either. Because most of the times they don't even like each other, but they're building based off of whatever their value system is set off of. So I still don't even think that that's realistic either. I don't think arranged marriage is right either.
Yeah.
So
success over longevity.
I'm not saying
love makes you do all of those things though. Love is the driving force. Love is the root equation.
Then you shouldn't be married to somebody you don't love.
Yeah,
You should not be married to somebody you don't love.
Listen, I'm not saying you don't. Yes, you need love too, but I'm saying purpose has to be bigger than love. If you were to put a poll up, 99% of America would probably say yes, love is the most important thing in a marriage. But when you look at the rates as a whole, I'm not talking about individually. As a whole, the majority of them still end in divorce. So what does that mean? Stop making love the primary thing when it comes to being married. Like the data shows, everybody will say, "Oh, it has to be love. It has to be love."
There's no data on love though. There's
I
no
think
data.
The
No
number
data
one
on
reason
love.
that people get divorced is due to financial reasons. I think the point that he's making, because we've had this conversation before, yes, love is great, but love is not enough in a marriage. Love is
Right.
not going to pay your bills. Love is not going to help you raise your kids. It's not going to help you do the day to day. And there are going to be points if you've been in a
love is not
relationship long
respect.
enough, right? Like if you've been in a relationship long enough, you may not always like the person you're with. You might not. You might go through these phases. Like, yes, I love you as a person. I love what we built. But, in this moment, I don't like you. And people
Right.
go through that. And I think to his point about purpose, aside from the love, what else is keeping you together? Are you staying together because this works for you in a financial situation? Are you staying with this person because you know what? They're a good help for you with your health or your family, whatever it is. There's multiple reasons. I think his point is that love is not enough. Yes, it's great to have. I think it's the glue that keeps things together. It gives you the little extra reason to keep pushing, but it's not enough. Because if that was the case, a lot of us would have married the first person that we loved.
Well,
And if you look back at the first person that you loved, and you may be like, you know what, if I had loved them and I married them, my life would have been this way. It may not have been as successful as it is right now. So I think that's the bigger conversation about it when it comes to, let me not speak for you, but I think that's what you're trying to say, Adrian. That is
well,
not
let me ask a question. Let me ask a question here. So for y'all saying love, tell me one relationship that y'all had that was based off of purpose that failed.
Well, to answer your question, I would have no purpose for any woman I didn't love.
Right.
No purpose.
Yeah.
None.
Right. Yeah.
Tell me a relationship that a foundation.
I'm answering your question. There is no woman I was in a relationship that was only purpose. Love is the driving force. If love doesn't enforce all the negative things, see, people have this idea that love is supposed to be beautiful and flowers. No, love is waking up when you don't want to see nobody and still dealing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Love is the driving factor. Love is what makes you do all the dumb shit that comes with the relationship.
And love
That's
is a
love.
choice every day. Like you wake up choosing love, choosing to actively love, your significant other. So it's not easy. I don't think anyone ever said that love is easy.
No, but people assume that not that it's easy, but it's supposed to be lollipops and gumdrops. That's not the real world.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not
Well,
the real
I think
world.
in addition to love, right? Because love is very important, but there's also the respect factor. So you could love somebody, but maybe for whatever reason, you might have something that's going on mentally where it's just completely disrespectful, out of your control. You still love the person, but things just got too wild. Doesn't mean that the love is lost, right? You could love somebody, but you know what? I'm struggling with addiction, or I love this person, but I'm also struggling with mental health, to where it leaves the person neglected or whatever else is going on. It doesn't mean that the love is absent, but that's also not enough to keep the relationship going.
I agree. But when all those other structures break down and now your purpose changes with this woman or your purpose changes with your partner or whoever, what are you based on? What's your foundation? Because if it's not based in love, then you won't have enough of anything else to sustain any relationship with anybody.
Right.
And to your
You
point,
could love
Alex,
somebody to the end of time.
to your point, Alex, where you were saying you could have married somebody you loved, back when you in your youth or whatever. That's true, but were y'all centered in love together? You could a lot of times women have loved men more so than men have loved women, especially in the youth, right? We don't really see it the same way y'all do. Y'all could fall in love at 18, 19 and it'd be a magical thing for the rest of your life. But that's not really reality for us. So when you meet someone and you're centered in love, all the bullshit you go through is founded in love. Everything. If you have beef, if you don't want to wake up next to them, if they getting on your nerves, if they bad with bills, if they hanging outside too long, if they not coming home when they supposed to, everything falls back to love. Do you love that person enough to drive the purpose? To drive the day-to-day.
What if that person never changes so that you're just supposed to just love them through all the and just
No, I'm not saying you're supposed to do anything. I'm just saying that the driving factor of a marriage or relationship is love. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
So I think a question was posed earlier though, and Alex, you can jump in. But all these marriages are failing because of the foundation of what you're describing. So even if they are, is it the right thing? And then one thing I was thinking about, Alex, before you jump in is you can get a lot of what you get from love from fear.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably something we need to think about. If somebody fears you, you can often get them the same thing would do if they love you.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference with people loving you is they also willing to take more advantage of you because they don't fear you. And a lot of people get hurt by the people which they love. Alex, what were you about to say?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I agree. Like, love is super important. Love is what makes me want to give it another try, another day. However, what we have said in previous conversation is that love is not enough. And I've heard people say, like, I love you, but this just didn't work out. And just because you love someone doesn't necessarily mean it's the most fruitful situation for an individual to be in. So back to my point again, love is not enough. You need more than love for the relationship to be successful. Love is just intertwining. Love is intertwining all of it. It's the glue.
Okay. So we kind of went around about, but final thought B on the whole conversation.
Ooh, well, it was a lot. My
Mhm.
final thought, sign a prenup. That's my final thought.
God
Exactly.
You got $2 in your pocket. Sign that
You got $2 in your pocket.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
Well, we don't get into that. But,